With just 2 games left in the regular season, Pro Football Weekly's Power Rankings has 2 NFC teams at the top. The Packers still number 1 despite the loss. The Saints now up to number 2. I think you've had them there for a couple of weeks now, Dan. How close are the Saints to overtaking the Packers?
Well, we do remember these two teams playing, of course, to kick off the season. Week 1, the Packers beat the Saints by a touchdown at Lambeau Field in a real exciting game. And since then, I think particularly since Week 9 or so, the Saints have started to close that gap between the Packers, who are coming off their first loss, and these two teams are very close right now. Since Week 9, you look at sacks allowed. You know, both these teams so dominated by their quarterbacks. They had to have good play from there. Saints only allowed 4 sacks since Week 9. Green Bay, 21 sacks since that time. They have injuries on the offensive line. That could prove very costly for them in the weeks to come and really hurt them in the postseason.
I think a lot of people would like to see these two teams match up again in the NFC Championship to see if the Packers can do it again or the Saints can represent the NFC. At numbers 3, 4, and 5, we have all AFC teams, the Patriots, Steelers, and Ravens. Of these 3 teams, it seems like we've seen them interchange throughout the season. Which team is most likely, do you think, to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl?
It seems like every week that goes by, there's a new one that's up or down. Now you look at the Patriots, who clearly, I think, have kind of moved ahead, and now the Steelers and Ravens coming off tough losses. Tough competition, but still teams where you thought they'd come up with a better performance than they actually showed. I think right now the Patriots are clearly the top team in the AFC. 2 weeks left to go in the season can be an eternity when you're looking at this kind of grouping, so I think it still could change, but the Patriots there for now.
Still a lot of flaws with all 3 of these teams. I think nothing would really surprise anyone come playoff time. Looking at the rest of the top 10, 2 teams really stand out. Number 7, the Falcons, and number 9, the Lions, both currently in the wild card spots in the NFC. Are these teams legitimate contenders?
I can't really say that with any certainty right now. I think they have the potential to be there. Very talented. The Lions showed it in the second half against the Raiders, with Calvin Johnson making some outstanding plays. Falcons have showed it in the past game and a half, outscoring the opposition 65-14. That was the Panthers and the Jaguars, though. They're going to have to do it against better competition starting in Week 16 against the Saints. Still need to see more from these teams before I call them serious championship contenders.
Both so talented, but just so frustrating at times this year, watching them not fulfill the potential. That's our Power Rankings. You can see the full list at ProFootballWeekly.com.